Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and in this tutorial we are going to create and design the user interface for the login page. So first of all, here on the mentor.file, make sure to change the title for this app, and instead of giving the name to it as Flutter demo, we can give it name as, let's say, whatever name you want to give to your app. Like in my case, I'm going to give it name as Taxi Rider app. Okay, just like this. So whatever name you want, you can just give the title here. Now the next thing is to go to the live, and inside the all screen, let's create our login screen. So right click on it, and then here we need to create a dot file, and let's give it name as login screen, and then press enter. So here you can see login screen dot file has been created inside the all screens folder. Now we need to import the material dot, and then the next thing is we will use the stateless widget, this one. Okay, new stateless widget, and let's give it name as login screen, and we will use a scaffold widget, so you can say return scaffold, and in here the background color for this will be colors.white, body column, children widget. We need to give some space, and after it we will add the app logo. Okay, so by using the size box we can say height, and from the top it will be 65.0, and after this let's add logo to our app. So by using the image widget, make sure to put a comma here, and then we can say image, asset image, and the inside the double quotes we have to give the path to our image. So our images are inside the images folder, so you can say images. And for the time saving, I can also give you a shortcut. If you go to the pubspec.yml file, then we have already added here. Okay, so we will be using this one, which is images/logo.png. So you can just copy this, okay, and come back here, and inside the double quotes you can paste it like this. And then after it you need to just give width to this image, how much width you want to give to it. So let's give it width as 120.0, and the height will also be 120.0, and the alignment will be alignment dot center. Let's just test it, I mean how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to the mentor file, and from here change this to login screen for now. Obviously we will set the roots in the upcoming lectures. Change this to login screen, and now let's just test it to see how it looks. Run the app. Okay, so here you can see it has been added here. Then the size of the image is very small. Okay, I mean the width and height. So let's change the height and width to 350. 350 will be width and 350 will be height, and the space from the top, let's give it to as 45.0. Let's just test it again, and now here you can see it looks perfect. Now after this image, here we need to add a text widget, which is we can tell the user that is sign in as rider, which means as a user. Okay, so after the image widget, what we need to do is first we will add some space using the size box. So we can say size box, so the space that we will give will be 15.0, and then by using the text widget, make sure to put a comma here, and then we can say login as rider, login as a rider, and let's apply some styling on it. First of all, the text align will be text align dot center, and style text style. So the font size will be 24.0, and the font family that we will be using for this login as a rider will be this one, which is brand bold. Okay, so yeah, And then if you check the app 15.0 height, I mean the let's change this to 1.0 instead of 15. And the next thing that we need to do is the height for the image will be 250, and the width will be, we will increase it in order to give it a proper size and proper I mean everything. Okay, so yeah, that is okay. Now let's just test it how it looks. Here you can see it. Now it looks more beautiful and more aligned. Also change this to, instead of 45 we can say 35.0. So after the text login as writer, now we are going to add a text field for the email and password. So after this, let's add size box first. It will be, the height will be 1.0, I mean from the top, and then we can say text field, make sure to put a comma here, and then the keyboard type will be text input type, dot email address. This text field will accept only the email address keyboard type. Then let's add some decoration. Input decoration, label text will be email, label style, text style, make sure to put a comma, font size will be 14.0. Let's give some hint style, text style. The color for this will be colors.gray, and the font size will be 10.0. So this is all about our text form field for the email. Instead of using the text form field, let's use text field. Okay, and let's change the main style, I mean let's add main text style to our this text field, and which is obviously, I mean we can just say that the main font size for this will be 14.0. And after this text field we will add another text field for the password. But before moving to that, what we need to do is that we need to add a password text field. But before going to that, we need to add a padding widget here. So we can say padding, make sure to put a comma here first, and then we can say padding edges insets dot all, and from all the sides let's give it padding as 20.0. Now inside this we can add child column widget, children widget, and then inside this children widget let's add this, okay, whole text field. Okay, so make sure to cut this whole code from here, and then we can paste it inside the children widget just like this. Here you can see it. So now let's copy paste this, and we will change it for the password and remove the keyboard type, and instead of it we can say obscure text to true. Obscure text basically means that it will be in dotted form, in a secure form, just like you guys see when we type password, then it becomes in dotted form. Okay, I mean the original text is hidden. And after the password text field we need to add a button, raise button. So let's just give some size box first. After this text field we can say size box 1.0, make sure to put this comma here, and then we can say raise button, make sure to put a comma, and the color of this button will be colors dot yellow, and the text color will be colors dot white, child container height will be 50.0, child center widget, child text widget, login button, style, text style, font size will be 18.0, and the font family will be this one, okay, brand bold. So brand bold, and let's add shape to it. So we can say shape, which is to add a round borders to it. So we can say rounded rectangle border radius new border radius dot circular, and it will be 24.0. And when a user click on this login button, what we want to do, so in that case we will obviously log in the user using the Firebase authentication, and we will check the other credentials. But for now we will just add this, that is a print statement. We can just say clicked, or you can say logged in button clicked. That's it. Now let's test the application to see how it looks. So here you can see this is the design. Let's give some space to the login button from the top, which is from here. So let's give it as 10.0, and here you can see it. The next thing is to add here a text which will say that, let's say if the user has not created an account, then the user must first register, okay. And let's give this to change this to 20.0, and after the res button, adding a text directly, what we need to do outside the padding widget, which contains our email, password, and the res button, outside this padding, here you can see it ends here. Here we can say flat button, make sure to put a comma first, and then in here we can say child text widget, and we can say that do not have an account, register here. And when a user click on it, what we want to do, so we can say on pressed. For now we will just add a print statement which is clicked. So let's just run the app to see how it looks. So here you can see it. It looks so beautiful and so incredible. Now the important thing that we need to mention, that I need to mention here, is that let's say if you are using an old iPhone, which is iPhone 5 or iPhone 6, then the screen size is very small in that case. So what the user will do, it will not work properly. So for that we have to add a single child scroll view, so that the app, or you can say this login screen, works on all iPhone screens, or let's say on all Android smartphones, okay, whether if the screen size is small or large. So hope you get the point. For that we need to scroll here to the top, and when we say body column, here you can see it is the complete body, of this whole design. So we have to wrap this whole design in a single child scroll view. And also let's add padding first. So what we need to do, we can say if you click here, then you will see this yellow bulb, okay. Click on it and you can just click here on the wrap with padding, okay. It will add padding to it. So that is cool, okay. And now the next thing is to wrap this padding widget, which is our whole sign in user interface, okay. Just click here, right bulb, and we can say click on this one, wrap with widget, and now change this widget to single child scroll view, this thing. Okay, here you can see it. So yeah, that is really cool and really nice. Now let's just test the app to see how it looks. So it looks more cool and more incredible. Here you can see it. So the user now can scroll also. Let's say if you have a phone and the phone screen is very small, let's say you have iPhone 4 or let's say any Android smartphone whose screen size is very small, then you can scroll. Okay, so now it will work. This app will work on small screen sizes phone also, as well as on, I mean, it does not matter if your phone screen is small or large. Okay, it will work on all phones. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.